Sleep is something we all do, right? It's this daily surrender we almost never think about. But what if you just stopped? What happens when that final wake never actually ends? It's the kind of question that probably pops into your head late at night. But it's also the setup for a genuine horror story. So, what would actually happen to your mind and your body if you just stopped sleeping for good? Okay, so before we dive in, we've got to draw a line in the sand. On one side, we have the hard science, what we actually know. We know the record for staying awake is about 11 days, and it leads to a total physical collapse. But if we go beyond that, well, that's when we step into the nightmare zone. That's where things get really weird and reality itself just starts to come apart at the seams. All right, so let's try a little thought experiment. Imagine you make a bet with yourself tonight. You're not going to sleep. You're going to trade that rest for a few extra hours of wakefulness. And at first, it feels incredible. Kind of like you've got a superpower. Your mind feels sharp. Your senses are heightened. It's like you found this secret cheat code for life, right? You've just gained all these hours that everyone else loses. But here's the crazy part. That feeling of being in control, it disappears fast. What starts out as this productive little experiment, well, it quickly turns into something else entirely. That initial boost is gone in a flash, but the price you're about to pay, oh, that's just getting started. Okay, so by night 2, that initial buzz is completely gone. Your reactions are sluggish. Your thoughts, they feel heavy, almost sticky. It's like you're trying to wade through mental mud. Just trying to keep up with a simple conversation feels like a massive chore. That easy productivity from the first night, yeah, that's a distant memory.
So that mental fog, it's just the beginning. It's building up to something much, much more terrifying. See, your body is screaming for rest, and when it doesn't get it, your mind decides to just take matters into its own hands.
By the third night, the world doesn't feel right anymore. It's unstable. Your brain is so desperate for sleep that it just starts to misfire. You might see shadows darting in the corner of your eye, or hear whispers when it's completely silent. And let's be clear, this isn't just you being tired and imagining things. No, this is the first real sign that the wall between your waking mind and your dreaming mind is starting to crumble. And really, that's the absolute horror of it. The part of your brain that's supposed to handle your emotions, your memories, all of that, it's short-circuiting. It's literally starting to project bits and pieces of dreams right on top of your reality. And again, this isn't some kind of spooky magic or you going crazy. It's pure biology. Your brain has to have REM sleep to work properly. When you take that away, it doesn't just decide to stop dreaming, oh no. It starts dreaming everywhere, all the time, while you're awake, just trying to make a cup of coffee. So, right as your mind is staging this full-blown rebellion, your body decides to join the party. And this is the point where things go from being a psychological nightmare to a straight-up physical catastrophe. I mean, your body's most basic systems just start shutting down, one after another. Your immune system completely collapses, so you're vulnerable to basically any bug floating around. Your heart rate gets all jumpy and irregular because of all the stress hormones flooding your system. You can't even regulate your own body temperature anymore. Your internal thermostat is just broken. But all of that pales in comparison to the real silent killer here. See, every single night when you sleep, your brain does this incredible deep clean. It flushes out all this toxic gunk that builds up during the day, including the exact same proteins that are linked to diseases like Alzheimer's. When you don't sleep, that cleaning crew never shows up. So all that toxic waste, it just sits there and builds and festers. And the effect of that poison inside your own skull, it's absolutely devastating. Your memories start to fragment. Simple tasks that you could do without thinking suddenly become impossible. You get hit with this intense, severe paranoia. You feel like you're being watched, that people are after you. And at this point, that line between what's real and what's just a hallucination, it's not blurry anymore. It is completely gone. So you can see we're way past just physical symptoms now, right? We're in a place where you start to question everything, consciousness, your own identity, reality itself. And hey, if you're thinking, okay, this is just a wild thought experiment, well, you'd be wrong. There's a real and frankly terrifying genetic disorder called fatal familial insomnia. People who have it literally lose the ability to sleep. And it is always, 100% of the time, fatal. It's the chilling, real-world proof that we simply cannot survive this. So in this final, horrifying stage, your entire existence is just one long, unstable hallucination. Time has no meaning anymore. Your own memories, they aren't solid facts. They're like these fluid stories that your brain is just making up and rewriting on the fly, just trying to cope. You're not even in the driver's seat anymore. You're just a passenger, completely disconnected, watching what used to be your life from the outside.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most unsettling question of all. If your memories are gone, if your grasp on reality is shattered, and you're not even connected to your own body, is that thing that's left still you?
When you strip it all down, the science, the speculation, all of it, it points to one simple, terrifying truth. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's not a convenience. It is a biological necessity, as fundamental to our existence as breathing.